Hi everyone, very good evening and welcome back to Crack Grade B. So now we are going to talk about the CIB MCQs on trades, right? And it is going to be easy. Now let us start and do the question number 1, which is Trades is an electronic platform for facilitating the financing, discounting of the trade receivables of micro, small and medium enterprises through multiple financiers. Just a second, please. Just a second. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. Now let us start. So see over here, Trades is an electronic platform. There are multiple finances. There are three sets of activities, three sets of entities over here, right? You have got the buyer. आपके पास में buyer हैं, आपके पास में supplier हैं, and then you also have the financiers, right? Now, all these things we are going to cover one by one in a question answer format, but let's see question number 1. Now, these receivables can be due from corporate, government departments, public sector undertakings, all of the above. So, answer is all of the above. This question has been created so that you are able to know कि यहाँ पे कितने लोग हैं or who all are the buyers, who can be the buyers over here. So Trades is an electronic platform, right? Who's going to be the seller? MSME enterprises, ठीक है? This platform has been created so that the working capital for the MSMEs can be released in a super fast manner, right? So they should not be devoid of any kind of working capital paucity. Now let's see that. Next we have participation in the role of seller is permitted to. Now seller यहाँ पे कौन हो सकता है? See, there are three entities: sellers, buyers and financiers, right? तो यहाँ पे seller कौन हो सकता है? Who can be in the role of seller? So this is allowed for MSMEs. We have created this particular platform for MSMEs so that they should not feel any dearth of working capital, and that is why as a seller only MSMEs are allowed. Now who can participate as a buyer in trades? ठीक है, as a buyer participation, corporates, government departments, PSUs, all of the above can be the buyers. That means if an MSME has sold goods to corporates, government departments, right, PSUs, they can come onto the trades platform and they can redeem their invoices or they can get the finance on their invoices, right? Next we have question number 4. So who can participate as a financier in trades platform? So we have banks, NBFC factors and other financial institutions. These are permitted by the Reserve Bank to act as a financer in case of your MSME related trades discounting platform, that is invoice discounting platform. ठीक है, banks भी allowed हैं, NBFCs who are involved in the role of factoring, they are also allowed, and other financial institutions are also allowed. Now through this question we will try to understand that what is the correct pattern of discounting through trades. ठीक है, correct pattern यहाँ पे क्या होगा? So there are 4 steps that has been given to you: creation of a factoring unit, acceptance of a factoring unit by the counterparty, bidding by the financiers, and payment made by the financiers, right? So that is something that has been asked to you. Now obviously correct answer has been given to you. They have been written in the sequence, but we will understand that what actually goes behind. तो सबसे पहले तो factoring unit का मतलब क्या? This is the nomenclature that we are using for invoices. ठीक है? So when you put up an invoice in the TREDS platform, that is something we are calling as factoring unit. उसको हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? factoring unit कह रहे हैं. Now these kind of factoring units, will they be created by seller or buyer? So both can create it. ठीक है, अगर seller ने create किया है, so we are going to label it as the factoring, and if it has been created by the buyer, it would be called as reverse factoring. ये क्या होता है reverse factoring, factoring का difference क्या है? I'll explain you in the subsequent questions. So first of all, a factoring unit would be created. That means details of invoices would be put up onto the TREDS platform. ठीक है? Now suppose seller, that is MSME seller has created this invoice. Now this needs to be accepted by the counterparty. Counterparty matlab buyer, for example corporate, for example government departments, those who have purchased the goods from MSMEs, they will accept it. They will say, yes, we have purchased these things from this MSME. They have to approve the invoice. Once they have approved, financiers will do the bidding. Best bid would be selected by the MSME seller. ठीक है, buyer भी select कर सकते हैं if it is the case of reverse factoring. अगर reverse factoring का केस है तो आपके buyer भी select कर सकते हैं, right? But अभी के लिए I am assuming that the seller has done it and it is a case of factoring. Now payment made by the financiers to the MSME seller at the agreed rate of financing. Payment by the buyer to the financiers on the due date. Remember that, see, एक चीज यहाँ पे समझ लेते हैं. This is your MSME. This is corporate. And this is bank. Bank has provided finance. That means on the base of invoice discounting. बैंक ने पैसे दिए हैं. Now this MSME has said that, see, I have sold goods to this particular corporate, right? Corporate has approved the transaction as well. Now on the due date, ठीक है, due date पे corporate is going to pay you. Whenever the due date will come of the invoice payment, this corporate is going to pay you. Fine. So this is the mechanism. Now I'll explain you one more thing. If the invoice has been listed on the TREDS platform by MSME, this will be called as factoring. जब seller list करवाए invoice को तो उसको हम बोलेंगे factoring. जब buyer list करवाए तब उसको बोलते हैं reverse factoring. Reverse factoring buyer क्यों करेगा, corporate क्यों करेगा? Because see, corporate wants that if I have purchased from this particular seller, if I would be able to arrange early money for this particular seller, what you can say, in further business transactions, I'm going to receive benefit of this. See, suppose I have an MSME unit and then there is a corporate. That particular corporate helps me to seek finance from the bank. So obviously next time I'm going to prefer that particular buyer also only. ठीक है, मैं उस बायर को प्रेफर करूंगी. सो दैट इज द सेम थिंग हैपनिंग ओवर हियर. रिवर्स फैक्टरिंग में दिस बायर will list the invoice onto the platform. Bank will do the finance, will provide the finance to the MSMEs, and on the due date buyer would pay to the bank. ठीक है, so transaction remains the same. It's just that who initiates the factoring related thing. ठीक है, कौन initiate करता है? It can be initiated by the seller, it can be initiated by the buyer as well. चलिए, next is each factoring unit represents. Factoring unit का मतलब अभी हमने देखा invoice, तो इसका मतलब it represents the obligation of corporate buyers like government departments as well as the PSUs. आपका obligation दिखाता है that you are responsible for paying this particular amount. आप responsible हैं इस amount को pay करने के लिए. Next is if MSME seller creates factoring unit तो हम उसको बोलते हैं factoring. So you see on TREDS platform your listing of invoice can be done by MSME seller or the buyer. If it is done by the MSME seller, this is the straight transaction and we will call it as factoring. But if the same has been created by corporate or any other buyer, we will call it as reverse factoring. ठीक है, हम उसको क्या बोलेंगे? Reverse factoring. See, if the corporate has created factoring unit, then the process is called as reverse factoring, because over here buyer has initiated this. ठीक है, किसने initiate किया है इसको? Buyer ने. Now next we have trades platform deals with receivables factoring only, reverse factoring only, without recourse factoring only, all of the above. See, on the trades platform, the kind of factoring is done is called as without recourse. That means credit risk is not on to the seller. MSME नहीं bear करता है credit risk को. ठीक है? If the buyer defaults, you cannot ask MSME seller to pay. So that means while opting for the factoring, MSME seller has also transferred the credit risk. MSME seller ने credit risk को भी transfer कर दिया है, right? So this is called as without recourse factoring. Obviously receivable factoring हो रही है, reverse factoring भी हो रही है, and this factoring is having the characteristics of without recourse. Now, which act enables setup and operation of trades platform? This is Payment and Settlement Act 2007. Next is entities desirous of setting and operating the trades should fulfill what conditions? So, minimum paid up equity capital 25 crores. Yes. Entities other than promoters not to be permitted having shareholding excess of 10%. Yes. Financial strength of promoters. Yes. All of the above. See, as an entity, trades platform में we are saying that other than promoters, you are not permitted to have shareholding in excess of 10%. अगर आपको trades platform open करना है, then you need to have an equity capital of 25 crores. ठीक है? So कम से कम इतनी आपकी capital होनी चाहिए. For foreign shareholding is also allowed. So remember that foreign shareholding is also allowed, and entities other than the promoters should not be having shareholding in excess of 10% of equity capital. Next, there would be one-time agreement between financer and trades, between buyer and trades, between MSME sellers and trades. So you see, all the counterparties will be having a one-time agreement with the trades platform. ठीक है? सभी की सभी जो हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं उनका वन टाइम एग्रीमेंट होगा विद द ट्रेड्स प्लेटफॉर्म. सो ऑल द एंटिटीज नीड टू हैव इट. Next we have trades will generate the payment obligation. So what is the time within which the payment obligation would be generated? So in respect of all factoring units which have been financed, the trades will generate the payment obligations on T+2 basis and send the file for settlement. So this is the time limit within which you have to clear it up, right? Defaults on the trades platform is the responsibility of trades entities, financiers, promoters of trades entities, none of the above. So since the trades will not be allowed to assume any credit risk, default handling is outside the purview of trades platform. They are not going to handle it. Also there is some technical problem with this particular question formation. ठीक है, आप इस question को ignore कीजिए. Don't go for this particular question. Just read this, that trades platforms, they are not allowed to assume any credit risk, and since the factoring is also without recourse, your MSME sellers, they will also not face the credit risk. So ultimately credit risk comes on to the financiers, right? Now next we have in the statement of developmental and regulatory policies dated February 8, it has been decided to make the following enhancement. क्या enhancement किया गया है? Insurance companies, they are permitted to participate as fourth participant. Premium for insurance shall not be levied on MSME seller. Trades platform can facilitate automatic processing of insurance claim. So all of these are true. ठीक है, सारे के सारे true हैं. See this. So now apart from MSME sellers, buyers and financiers, insurance companies are also permitted as a fourth participant. In their business rules, trade platform operators may specify the stage at which insurance facility can be availed. प्रीमियम जो भी होगा इस इंश्योरेंस के लिए दैट शैल नॉट बी लेवीड ऑन एमएसएमई सेलर. सी इंश्योरेंस इज ऑब्वियसली फॉर protecting you from risk, and what is the risk over here? Credit risk. But that risk you are not going to transfer on to the MSME seller, not allowed. ठीक है, आप MSME seller के ऊपर वो ट्रांसफर नहीं कर सकते. Collection of premium and related activities could be enabled through NACH system used for the settlement of trades transaction. Now, what is the turnover threshold for the MSME for mandatory onboarding on the TREDS platform? आप क्या है आपका turnover threshold? So this has been given in the Union Budget 2024, and it has focused on increasing their financial flexibility. So key reform is the reduction in turnover threshold for mandatory onboarding on TREDS. So this change lowers the requirement for 500 crores to 250 crores, allowing more businesses to participate in this digital invoice discounting system. So this has been the latest change which you should be aware of, and this is it that we would like to discuss in this particular class. Thank you so much for joining in, and don't forget to like this video.